We are looking at the Arabic triliteral roots MTZ. When these three letters are combined to form the name Mumtaz, the word translates directly to the distinguished one, or excellent. History gives us two highly recognizable figures who carried this exact name. The first is a 17th century Mughal empress. Today, the world remembers her through the Taj Mahal, a massive monument of white marble built to house her body. The second is a 20th century Bollywood actress. She defined her presence through fierce on-screen independence, a relentless work ethic, and sharp aesthetic choices like her trademark winged eyeliner. Both women achieved historical immortality through entirely opposite paths. One was granted a memory in death by a grieving monarch. The other forged it in life through personal grit. Looking at these two lives side by side reveals something specific about how we remember people. Immortality relies on whether a legacy is actively forged by an individual or passively constructed by those they leave behind. To understand the Empress, we have to look at the vast wealth and scale of the Mughal Empire. In the early 1600s, this was an incredibly rich global superpower, serving as the backdrop for Arjumand Banu Begum, later granted the title Mumtaz Mahal. During her life, the Empress possessed distinct political agency. She traveled on demanding military campaigns alongside her husband, Emperor Shah Jahan, and served as his trusted advisor. She even held sole custody of the Mehr-uz-Azaz, the official imperial seal required to approve state orders. That active involvement stopped entirely in 1631. While traveling with the military in Burhanpur, she died giving birth to her 14th child. In an instant, her political and physical agency vanished. From that moment, her legacy was managed entirely by her husband. Shah Jahan went into deep mourning and poured the empire's vast resources into an exhaustive 22-year engineering project dedicated to her memory. The result is a structure of overwhelming scale. The geometric layout and towering minarets are a physical manifestation of an emperor's sorrow, rather than a factual representation of the woman buried underneath it. The Empress achieved global recognition, but her legacy is frozen in white marble. It is a passive architectural symbol of love, where her actual face, voice, and political influence have largely faded from the public record. Jump forward 300 years to 1950s Bombay, and the environment is entirely different. A young girl, also named Mumtaz, grew up far removed from royal wealth, navigating financial struggle in a working-class household. To secure financial stability for her family, she entered the film industry as a child extra. For years, she worked in the margins of Indian cinema, taking roles in low-budget, B-grade stunt films to survive. By the late 1960s, she strategized a pivot into A-list stardom. Instead of adopting the submissive heroine trope standard for the era, she brought an energetic, fierce presence to her roles, intentionally setting herself apart from her peers. She took active control over her public image. She popularized distinct fashion choices, like tightly draped orange saris and bold makeup, turning them into societal sensations that she entirely managed. Her most significant act of self-preservation occurred off-screen. At age 54, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She endured numerous rounds of chemotherapy and radiation, a brutal biological process that required the removal of her lymph nodes and permanently altered her body, but ultimately saved her life. Unlike the Empress, the actress did not have a monarch to build a monument for her. She forged her own celluloid empire through sheer hustle and fought a physical battle to ensure her story did not end in tragedy. These two lives show how history preserves an individual through different means. One legacy was carved into stone by a mourning empire, while the other was captured on celluloid by a self-made survivor. The historical irony lies in physical visibility. The Empress has a tomb recognized by billions, yet the modern public has no idea what she looked like. The actress is recognized by millions specifically for her face, her expressions, and her style. Historical preservation clearly operates without a single formula. It can stem from profound royal tragedy, or it can be manufactured through public working-class grit. Their paths to permanence were exact opposites, yet through architecture and film, both women successfully lived up to the meaning of their shared name, standing as history's distinguished ones.